Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. You know what? Where's Hawk at? Listener discretion advised. Hands in.
Welcome back to the Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. I am Electro, of course.
Yo, what up? This is Bono.
And we are back again with another powerful hour of movies for you. The power never stops. Power to the people. Power to movies. Miles per hour. Movies per hour. We got it all for you. Me and Bono, this time we were like, you know what? It's time to go back to the roots. Yeah. And Bono loves roots. So I thought we should do this for Bono.
Yeah.
And we watched The Evil Dead Rise.
Yes, sir.
I watched this at the movie theater, of course.
Same.
I watched this D-Box. I don't know about you.
No, I didn't D-Box this one.
So that was pretty cool.
I might have.
I don't think I had ever watched a horror movie in D-Box. So it definitely elevated it a little
I think
bit.
I did because of the intro scene, but maybe that was me imagining.
Well, that's what was really cool.
Yeah.
The intro scene, the fucking...
Yeah.
The scenes.
We'll get there.
We'll get to it. Yeah, so Evil Dead, we did an episode on the original Evil Dead a while back for our Spooktober Fest. I can't remember what we called it. But we did a bunch of horror movies and we covered the first Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Classic, of course. We're big Evil Dead fans. I don't know, you kind of don't like Evil Dead 2 from what I remember?
Not really. I mean, the first one's the first one. But it's okay.
Rude. Very fucking rude.
Again,
bro.
I think I rewatched them. I don't remember. And that's kind of the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, these movies, they go up. Like the first Evil Dead was, obviously we did a whole episode on it. Very fucking low budget, kind of straightforward horror movie. Once Evil Dead 2 hits, it's essentially also kind of a comedy. It's very fucking silly, very slapstick, very Three Stooges. It's basically Ash just being fucked with really hard by demons. And so that's the tone that the Evil Dead movies take after Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. It's demonic. There's fucked up shit that happens in it, but it's all very silly, good times. Ash is this super silly ass character. He's a buffoon.
Yeah.
With a chainsaw hand. What are you going to do? But when did the remake come out? Maybe 10 years ago? A little over 10 years ago?
Maybe.
They remade it and they were like, we're taking out all of the humor.
Yeah.
And we are gonna give you a fucking hard ass hitting, one of the most violent, fucked up movies ever with Evil Dead. And I don't know about you, I fucking adore that fucking movie.
Yeah, that movie's fucking fantastic.
Recently bought it on 4K. They released it in 4K.
Nice.
And I saw the unrated version for the first time ever. Had never seen it before.
Okay. Good?
Good.
More? Like how much more?
I would say maybe there's a good 5 minutes more.
Okay. Like murder more? Or
There is definitely a little more of the violence, but spoilers for Evil Dead remake. The ending, like basically there's more backstory a little bit.
Okay.
You get a little bit more of the backstory between the brother and the sister. And the ending is a little bit more expanded where you see the brother get possessed and everything.
Oh.
There's a little extended thing there. It's really cool.
That sounds cool.
You should watch it.
Yeah, I will.
But anyway, we fucking love that movie. It is one of the most violent, gruesome, dark, fucked up movies in recent time. A lot of Evil Dead purists don't like that movie, which I don't understand.
I don't get it.
It takes the essential same plot friends, cabin in the woods, and they start getting possessed and mutilating each other, which is what happens in all of these films. And you know, a lot of people don't like that there's no ash and no silliness or nothing. They're very purists, and I never got that. Like, why not have a very dark, serious version of this movie?
I believe that's what they were trying to fucking do.
Absolutely, that's what they were trying to do. Accomplish,
yeah.
And like, don't hate on it.
Well, not even
fantastic.
not even from the remake. I mean, I'm sure fucking Homeboy from the get-go is like, hey, I can make a solid scary movie with this budget, and then everyone laughs at it, and it's like, oh, ha ha ha.
Yeah, maybe.
Ha ha. It was.
So he doubled down.
Yeah,
He doubled down.
Of course.
Perhaps. And so this new movie, Evil Dead Rise, basically follows in the steps of the remake. This movie's not very humorous at all. I basically watched it again last night, and I don't think I laughed once. I don't know if there's any fucking jokes in it at all.
No.
Well, actually, you know what? There's
the neighbor.
Yeah, there's a little
racial.
Hey,
A little racially charged there with the neighbor. Hey, man, just call it like I see it. That's it.
Yeah, so Evil Dead Rise was written and directed by Lee Cronin. This movie was released on April 21st, the foul year of our Lord 2023. It got a 6.6 on IMDb.
Wow.
That's a little rude.
Yeah.
84% Rotten Tomatoes. 76% audience score. I don't know what's going on.
Why are people the way that they are? I don't understand.
I don't either. This movie had a very modest budget of $12 million.
That is not bad.
Made $67.2 million in the U.S. and Canada. Worldwide, 146, almost 147,000.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Mil.
Yeah. I mean, not that. Million. Pretty good for a $12 million budget movie.
For a horror movie, too.
Yeah. You know what is fantastic about this movie?
What's that?
It's an hour and 36 minutes.
Yeah. Right on the mark.
This movie wastes no time
at all.
In, out. You get we know what we came for.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna read the book. You guys are all gonna fucking kill each other, and yeah, like we know these movies have a formula they have to follow.
Right.
It's literally people making the dumbest decisions ever, but they have to make them. Otherwise, these movies can't exist.
Yeah.
And they all follow the formula. And this one has a little twist to it. And I really. You were talking about how you recently watched it too, and I don't know if it didn't hit you, like maybe you liked it less when you watched it the second time.
Yeah, well, I did watch it at home, and it's not like there was chaos at home. It was just kind of like, I don't know, the movie theater sets a different tone, obviously. Yeah. And then, I mean, one of the greatest cold opens I've ever seen in a movie, I think, let alone a horror movie.
We'll get there. But yeah. So anyway, a little synopsis really quick. A reunion between two estranged sisters gets cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons, thrusting them into a primal battle for survival as they face their most nightmarish version of a family imaginable.
That sounds about right.
Which is very true. This movie stars Lily Sullivan as Beth, our main character, our heroine. Alyssa Sutherland as Ellie. Gabrielle Eccles as Bridget. Morgan Davis as Danny. Nell Fisher as little Cassie. And then we got our neighbors, Mr. Fonda, played by Mark Mitcherson, and Gabrielle, played by Jaden Daniels. Little diversity going on.
Just a tad bit.
Throw a fucking Cuban in there or whatever he was.
Wow. Some Latin.
Yeah, come on. Slap some brown skin in there.
Put the racist on the right and leave the Latin on the left.
The Latino.
They knew what they were doing, you know?
Yeah, put him in a wife beater.
No shirt.
So yeah, what I really liked about this movie, opposed to basically every other Evil Dead movie, is that this is a fucking family. It's not a group of friends.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, it sucks if you go to a cabin and you had to fucking slice up your friends, but they're your friends.
Yeah.
It's a whole different fucking tale if you had
yeah.
to be slicing up your brother and sister or your mom.
Absolutely.
Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how terrible that would
I'd
be.
rather not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I really like that it plays with that dynamic. It's like, yeah, your fucking family's gonna get possessed and do really fucked up things to you, say really messed up things to you. You're not gonna like it. As Bono said, this movie has a fantastic opening, which is kind of pointless when it comes to the general story of the movie. Right. But I'm not mad at it because it is an effective, creepy opening scene that has one of the greatest fucking titles of the movies ever.
Fuck yeah.
So you opening credits, you get your little woods shaky zooming cam, which is a staple of all of these movies.
Right.
Sam Raimi basically made that camera move like famous for that, and countless of horror movies homage the Evil Dead when they do something like that.
Right.
And I like the little twist because you get it going. You're like, here we go.
Oh shit.
Guess what? It's a drone.
It's a drone. Drones. We're drones.
Drones, buddy. And you meet your douche, Caleb.
Yeah.
White fucking douchebag. Doesn't give a fuck that his girlfriend Jessica is fucking like
Odin in the room.
Something's really bad at her. It's not just fucking PMS. We know how bad that can get. Yeah. Not this bad. Pretty close, but
you say like I gave her a Xanax or I gave her some
Klonopin, a couple Clonies.
Yeah, she'll be okay. She'll be good in the morning.
Yeah, and their friend Teresa, however you want to say it. So she's there reading a book, annoyed by this fucking white ass douche Caleb. Yeah. And she's like, he's over here playing with his drone. They're at the lake. These movies all take place in the fucking woods. This movie gets a little twist on it, but I guess you got to give it to the fans. Let's start it off in the woods. Let's give them the fucking the drone shot, and let's keep it nice. Let's keep it classy. Let's keep it sexy. That's what I think. That's what I get from this.
Oh, that's what it was.
And so Jessica is all fucked up in the bed. So Teresa goes and checks on her, and she's just laying there like in a ball. And then so Teresa fucking sits down and reads her book. She's reading Wuthering Heights, which is apparently, I mean, it's considered a classic. I don't know what the fuck it's about. It was written like in the fucking 50s or the 40s or the 30s. I don't know. I can't read that stuff. It's impossible to read. But anyway, so she's reading it and she's talking about how her boyfriend's a douche and how none of the friends came. They're the only three there. So she's already feeling third wheeled-ish, but Jessica's down. She's stuck with the douche. And then so she's like, whatever, I'd rather sit here with you and read my fucking book than hang out with that guy.
Right.
So she's reading the book and then suddenly Jessica starts reading out loud what Teresa's reading.
Well, she was, again, fetal position down in the bed. She starts having like little convulsions. She's like, hey, are you okay? And it sounds like she's having like a nightmare. And so she's like, fuck it, I'm going to start reading. You know, you see the following of the roads, of the lines. And she looks up and she's sitting up, like propped up, like hands on lap.
Scary.
Very scary, actually. Just chilling, to be honest. And she starts reading the lines where she left off at.
Yeah, and it's very cool. Oh, right before that, though, when you see already like the playfulness of the demon, is when she comes in. She's just like, if you don't wake up soon, I'm gonna have to drown your fucking boyfriend. And she just ever so slightly chuckles at the thought of that. You know, like, wouldn't that be cool? You drowned your boyfriend right now. I'm a demon. So yeah, so she starts reading this shit. And the lines that are being read from this book are creepy. I was watching this alone at night yesterday in the living room. Nobody was home. And she starts reading this thing like about somebody like, outside of the door, and she's like, let me in, and like the whole fucking little monologue or whatever. It's scary, and then the demonic voice is amplifying. It's just getting scary. I got scared.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I was alone.
It's a tense scene.
I was alone. Dark hallway behind me, my friend.
Yeah, you have a spooky hallway, dude.
And so I was like, "Eesh." And then so she finished reading it and then just fucking plops to the other side of the fucking bed where fucking Teresa can't see her anymore. Classic.
Yeah.
You're gonna go check on your friend? Dude, I've seen way too many scary... Bono, if you start fucking telepathically reading something that I'm reading, you fall.
I'm sorry.
I don't care if you're dying, Bono. I'm leaving.
I'm out of there.
I'll mourn you, dog. I love you, but I'm not getting fucking scalped, buddy.
Which was a shocker for me. I mean, I thought maybe a nice choke, a little throat rip. Maybe. I'm going to get a throat rip in there.
That's probably going to be you.
No, she gets fucking scalped, dude.
A clean scalp. She wraps that ponytail around her fucking hand. You know, we've all been there. We all wrap ponytails around her.
It's like a lot of force. A lot of force.
Yes, she rips her fucking scalp clean up. And then homie's out there, Caleb, of course, pissing in the wind.
Oh, God.
And then Teresa shows up, scalped.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then Jessica follows behind her. Oh, I forgot. Also, Jessica throws up on Teresa when they're in the bedroom and she goes to check on her. She like gets on top of her and like throws up what can only be described as buckets of cum.
Yeah,
gross fucking cum that's just been sitting, just marinating in the stomach for hours. Needed to come out. Sorry, Teresa. Demon cum.
Yeah.
This is the devil's jizz.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. Yeah. Big loads.
You got the ejaculate. All right.
Do you think that Satan doesn't have fucking massive loads? I hate to break it to you. He does.
Yeah.
And he's gonna mouth fuck you.
Yeah.
And you can't shit it out. You have to vomit it.
No, it's a vomit only thing.
Yeah. You have to find someone to vomit it out. Yeah. So,
vomits cum. I just saw his note right now. That's the
only way I could to really drive it home.
I got it. I know exactly what you're talking about. So yeah, that makes
There's
sense.
no other way to describe
You're right.
the fluid that leaves the mouth.
Yeah.
Cum. Buckets of cum.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Massive volume.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Ugh. Sticky stuff. Anyways. So Jessica comes out and Caleb's like, what the fuck? This bitch is scalp. She goes down on the deck or
little deck dock.
A deck dock.
Deck dock.
And then Jessica grabs the drone, a little self-mutilation, just fucking puts the fucking
face on it.
Like propellers or whatever.
Yeah, it's a big size drone, so it's some real deal
like
propellers.
face size, a little bit bigger than the face. Mm-hmm. So she just grabs it, mangles her face, and then goes into the lake.
Yeah.
And Caleb's like, what the fuck? Obviously my girl's not possessed.
Right. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to go.
Are you serious? If my girl...
No.
First of all, her best friend scalped.
Yeah.
She comes out here looking very demonic.
Yeah.
Fucks up my drone.
It's over.
I'm not swimming in there to save her.
I don't swim.
You're not gonna catch me fucking dead by a lake. Anyway, Caleb fucking swoops in there like it's fucking Baywatch. I don't know how. She doesn't just decapitate him. She like takes part of the fucking torso. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she pulled it off. Right. It was underwater.
Amphibious.
But whatever. Fucking head comes up. Teresa's just there like, oh shit. I can't imagine how bad.
Terrible.
A fucking scalping must feel.
Yeah.
But then a decapitated head comes in. I don't know. Do you even want to live after you've been scalped?
No.
Like this just, let's end this shit.
Yeah, open. Yeah, no.
But yeah, the glorious fucking shot. Then Jessica rises like the Evil Dead do.
Out of the water.
Out of the water like fucking Jesus. In a very Jesus-y pose.
That's what I'm saying.
And she's like, yeah, the sun is behind her. What kind of picture?
It's really a good picture. It's fucking great.
And then the titles rise from behind the mountains.
Yeah.
Glory.
Fucking beautiful.
Glory.
Yes. That was worth the entire fucking movie.
Fuck yeah. And it almost has nothing to do with the rest of the movie. No. But yeah, that's how it starts. Sets the fucking tone. And then you go right into a scummy rock show.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you been to a scummy place like that recently? Bono is, of course, the guitarist for the Rudians out there for all your reggae needs. Yep. If you want a little roots in your life,
check us out.
Check out the Rudians.
Yeah, we're on Instagram and all that stuff. But no, typically not. There's not a lot of scummy places anymore. There are, but like to perform in. However, I have stayed in a hostel that reminded me of this scene. Not because like that was the intention of the hostel. It was called the Rock Place in Barcelona. Really cool, Sant Jordi. And it reminded me of that because there were stickers on the wall. There was graffiti.
Yeah.
The restroom was purposely kind of in disarray. And that reminded me of that. And it's funny you mentioned earlier, like poor decisions are made by these characters, not only when they're fighting for their life, but this person in her life happened to be a guitar tech.
Interesting character, like to make her that.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Almost no relevance to the story other than she gets called like a groupie whore a couple of times.
Yeah. But, that's about it. That's her.
But they're just, I guess, her character is very fucking punk rock.
Yeah. Very
Hobie from into the Across the Spider-Verse, I'm on some parallels here.
That's where he was going. That's why he left. He's the one who got her pregnant.
Verse.
He got her pregnant.
So she's in this scummy bathroom backstage to the show. Like you said, maybe those places, I'm sure they exist. They're out there.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can only assume that by the environment, it must have been like a punk rock or something.
Underground shit.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we haven't been exposed to a venue like that, but
But yeah, they're out there.
Yeah.
And then so she's just in the toilet of one of the backstage at one of these things, taking a pregnancy test. Hell of a place to take it. That's how you know this is a movie. It's like you would do that there.
Right. Well, I mean, also they're a traveling band.
Right before the show.
Yeah, she's a tech. She doesn't have time. She's drugged up. She's so built up. And, it hits that unsettling moment, too, because that is a really tense moment, right? The chick's about to find out if her doing... her blasting there is now positive, and knock on the door, boom, it hits you right away. You're like, oh shit, what's going on? Another dweeb ass tech,
another white guy.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Go to your spot, dude.
Yeah. She's like, I'm trying to see if I'm having your child. I don't know if it's his.
Maybe
could be. Right? She's like, fuck.
Yeah. She's not gonna.
We're having a sound baby. Like, what?
Engineering.
Yeah, but anyway, she's like, all right, enough of this rock and roll lifestyle. I've lived a very rock and roll lifestyle.
I live a rock and roll lifestyle.
I need to fucking go back, hang with my sister at this high-rise fucking
project.
Yeah. I like the scene. Like, I put a little picture of it right here in my notes. When she walks up to the high-rise and looks up at it, it's just like a classic horror shot of you showing the building where like, this is your doom.
Yeah.
This is your tomb, basically.
Yeah.
You're about to go in here and maybe you think you're going to get some horror in a family dynamic way, but you don't know the fucking extent of the horror you're about to go through.
Yeah.
You don't know that this is like this mountain that you might not be able to fucking climb. I love it.
It is cool. And looking at that picture now, it is tomb-like. It's really like a graveyard, the light blues with the shit.
It's raining.
Yeah.
She's miserable.
Haunted mansion style,
She just got knocked up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's raining on her. She has to go hang out with her sister and her kids in the fucking ghetto.
Raindrops are falling, you know?
Yeah.
Well.
She goes in there. You meet Ellie, this fucking tattoo artist.
Right.
Fucking
Struggling
super
mom.
cool.
Yeah.
She's dyeing her hair red.
Yeah.
Her daughter Bridget comes up. She wants to find a shirt because she's gonna go protest.
Right.
So very much an Evil Dead of 2023.
Yeah.
Much like a little bit like how we were talking about in the Spider-Verse, how they talked about the trans children stuff.
Right.
This movie also has that looming in the background, but they don't ever shove it down your throat. It's there.
Yeah.
You see it.
Yeah.
And they never frickin' bring it up.
Yeah.
It's
like the the Gwen thing. She has short hair. This character that was the protest kid has short hair.
Yeah.
So you kind of see where these
you get the dynamic right away.
Yeah.
There is Bridget, the daughter, who has very short hair and obviously kind of, I don't know, is she gay? Maybe. I don't know.
Probably.
Clearly kind of makes herself look like a guy.
Yeah.
And then you meet Danny, who is a fucking just DJing his life away.
Diplo in his apartment
in the room, just fucking grooving, arms in the air, fucking
live streaming on Twitch.
I don't know. Let's just say the elephant in the room. You can tell, like, they never refer. It's always Danny. It's a guy.
Yeah.
But you know, we have eyes, and you can tell that was at least a biological female at some point, right? And it's just kind of the dynamic of this family, which is also the dynamic of this movie, which is low key it's all women.
Yeah.
It's all women empowering. It's all women going through all this shit. I know Danny is a boy, but it is not. I don't know. I don't want to say it.
Was it not? I mean, was it? Did you find out?
I Googled it. The actor is Morgan Davis, which is Davies.
Well, it's also a part of like this new shit, right? I mean, for example, what the fuck's the name? I didn't even know this. I found out the other day at fucking Target of all places. Juno.
Oh, right.
You see that?
Ellen Page is
a dude.
Oh, now Elliot Page. Up until 2019, her name was Morgana Davies. So she used to be a female, and now I'm assuming is a male.
Very interesting. I had no idea. I just thought it was a really feminine looking dude.
So you thought it was
I thought it was a guy. Yeah.
I mean, it does look like a skinny.
Do you see tons of those fucking kids? You know what I mean?
Like a skinny, like feminish.
Yeah.
With
Bieber look is what it is, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, I could tell, or I don't know. I assumed.
You got lucky this time, I'll tell you that. You got lucky, dude.
I assumed some pronouns. You know what I mean?
You got very lucky with this one.
I assumed. But, I mean, whatever. Like I said, it never calls it out or anything. I don't know if in the movie it's even supposed to be. Maybe it's just supposed to be a male. But I could tell that it was initially not a biological male. But now he. My bad.
Careful.
My bad.
Careful.
Identifies as a male, is now a male, changed his name to a man, and
wow.
Yeah, but the dynamic of this family I found very interesting off the bat, because you have Bridget, who is a woman but kind of makes herself dress like a man.
Right.
And then you have Danny, who looks like a woman also a little bit.
Was a man.
Yeah, is a man now, but was a woman.
Right.
And I was just like, right off the bat, like, whoa, very interesting. Mom, I don't know. They allude to, how she was married and now is divorced, but I don't know. It looked a little lesbian-y to me. I don't know.
Interesting.
But the family dynamic is very interesting. And like, I was just like, whoa, Like, okay, very, very progressive, very 2023 family we got going.
Right.
They're about to fucking find out that the devil doesn't care about your biology.
There's no prejudice. There's nothing.
Satan accepts all.
Absolutely, he does.
Yeah, so they fucking set it up. Danny's a DJ. Cassie, the little girl, she's playing with scissors, cutting a fucking doll's head off.
Right.
And sticking it onto this fucking, like, broom.
Right.
You get introduced to their neighbors, of course. These two little dweebs. One of them has like a crush on Bridget, which is just like, does Bridget like dudes? I don't know. They never explain it, but she's clearly not interested in the boy that's trying to hang out with her. They're gonna watch the Nightmare Before Elm Street movies. A little tip of the hat to our boy Wes over there.
Okay, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Man. But when the neighbors come in and knock on the door, they introduce the very awesome peephole fucking shot.
Fisheye classic.
Fantastic. Is going to play a great role in this movie. One of the standout scenes from the film is from that peephole. Fantastic.
Yes,
fantastic stuff. Cassie and Bridget get into a little altercation. A little doll head spear gets created when the fucking broom handle breaks. That's probably not going to come into play later. Also, the scissors that Cassie cut the doll's head off that she hides under the couch. That's probably not going to come into play either. But whatever. Nice family reunion. Now the sisters have been reunited, and apparently
some tension.
Little tension. Apparently they haven't hung out in a long time, and then they're like all sitting together at the table, and she just brings out a gift. It's like, oh, this is for your guys' dad, and everybody gets quiet.
Right.
And then Ellie's like, kids, go get some pizza.
Get the fuck out of here.
And so she brings up the fact that they got divorced or separated, that he left her.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, well, why didn't you ever tell me? And she's like, bitch, I called you like
I left you a voicemail
several fucking times. Like, I was reaching out to you, but you were probably being a hoe and getting pregnant. So
and they dig like that, you know. They'll tell themselves their truths. That's for sure.
Yeah. So the kids go out. They're going to get pizza. The garage, everything. I really like how everything is set up in this movie.
Yeah.
They set up the garage door with the clicker that doesn't quite work. You know, they just keep clicking and clicking, and finally it opens.
Right.
At the same time, they set up the wood chipper. There's just a wood chipper.
Yeah.
Down there in this parking garage. Like, what wood are they chipping?
Well, it's a project. There's all walks of life. Someone's got to take their work home, landscaper. You never know.
Well, actually, don't they mention that the building's going to be demolished soon or something?
I don't think a wood chipper would be necessary.
They might chip some things. I'm just saying, some furniture. Okay. I don't know. There's wood.
Throw something else in there.
Yeah. Some couches. I don't know.
How else would you use a wood chipper?
You want to chip it? Anyway, wood chipper is set up. There's a nice little earthquake that goes on. And then it opens up a crack in the earth.
Right.
What would you do, Vanna?
Get the fuck out of there is what I would do, bro.
You explore this cavern because Danny has no fear of being swallowed by the earth. Goes right in there.
Right. Yeah, if there's a fucking sinkhole in the bottom of your building, you're getting the fuck out of there. No foundation.
Anyway, he goes in there and he finds a priest, a little hidden underground compartments. This again kind of pays homage to the other films. When the book is found, there is usually like crosses,
some form of protection
around it. There's a big ass crucifix that almost fucking falls on her. She finds the book that's like wrapped around
on him. You gotta be careful.
He finds the book. My bad. He finds the book that's wrapped around like a cloth or something, and she finds three vinyls. Throws them in a bag. Let's make our way upstairs. Pizza's getting cold.
Yeah, pizza's done. Actually, smashed.
Oh yeah.
No drinks.
Imagine that earthquake.
Pissed. I'd be pissed.
There's just
We're still eating that. I don't care.
I would eat it. You know me, dude. You
give a
try to
fuck.
fucking stop me from eating pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're going to throw it on the floor? It's going to stop me?
Think a little quake is going to stop me?
Fuck you.
It's going to take demons to stop me from fucking eating this pizza, goddammit. Literal fucking demons, all right?
There's going to be mutilation.
Something real to stop me from fucking this pizza up.
So they get back up there and you meet the Hispanic neighbor and the old man. They get introduced here when Ellie is worried about her kids. They were out there getting pizza. Earthquake happened. I really like the dynamic here. It's very, I don't know if that's what the director or them were going for, but it reminded me a lot of Wreck because they're stuck in an apartment complex.
Yeah.
And you kind of get to meet the neighbors who are all stuck with them and who are ultimately fucking doomed and are all going to die fucked up deaths.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Wreck. I don't know if the director was influenced by it at all, but I got a lot of Wreck vibes.
I agree. No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so the neighbor comes out. He's like, "Oh, you're the whore fucking sister. Hey, nice to meet you. You want to get a beer?" No, he doesn't say that.
No.
But he just, does call her a whore.
Yeah.
And then the setup to the ducks, that was pretty cool. It's like,
His
do you
cat.
hear that? And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he starts shaking the catnip or whatever fucking bullshit.
Yeah, his cat likes to go up and gets lost in the ducks. Nice little setup. Everything is set up very well. Good movie.
Yeah.
So then Danny opens up the book. Classic. It's fucking made of flesh, of course.
Well, opens when his blood touches the book, right? Because it has the teeth.
So it has teeth. He can't get it open, and he slices his finger, like, I don't know if on the teeth or on one of the pages. Sharp.
Teeth.
Sharp. And a little bit of blood spills on it, seeps right into the book. That's the first red flag right there.
Yeah.
I mean, this book completely absorbed my blood.
It's leather. It should not do that.
Then the teeth open up. You get to look in the book. There's a lot of homages in that book to past movies. You get like the person boiling in water. I feel like there's a shot in there of the last Evil Dead movie. You see the demon Mia kind of like curled up in the corner, kind of like looking out. I feel like that image is in there. I don't know if it is or it isn't, but I felt like it was a little tip of the hat there. But she finds out, she starts playing these vinyls. He finds out. Sorry, Danny.
Just say Danny.
I'm gonna cut all this out.
No, don't.
Everything's being cut.
They didn't specify, and it's their fault, not ours.
Yeah, so Danny starts playing the vinyls, finds out that 3 priests, and this is the part of the movie that I really like, the little backstory they come up with for the book in this. 3 priests found this book in 1923. It is one of 3 books. This is also kind of explained in An Army of Darkness that there's 3 books. So they finally brought that 3rd book to life. The first book is in the first trilogy that Sam Raimi directed. The 2nd book is in the fucking remake, and now here's the 3rd book in this new movie.
Right.
Fucking tight. Cool. All different vibes.
Right.
And different books all have different origins. And this one is found by some priests, inked in blood, whatever, made of skin. They're seeking the church's approval to translate it. The church is like, fuck no, and basically excommunicates them for what they're trying to do because they're not gonna listen to them. They want to fucking translate this fucking book.
Right.
They want to find out. They're about to fuck around and find out. That's all I'm saying.
That they do.
While all this is being explained, the vinyl reads one of the translations, which is, of course, the Kunda, whatever. Yeah. While all this is going down, Ellie is about to go down and do some laundry. She gets in the elevator, and you get the equivalent of the tree rape scene, but with the wires from the elevator.
Yeah.
Very tastefully
It's
done.
tasteful, but could have been more.
I know you wanted her to get raped.
I'm just saying, man. Look, the first ones, even on the remake, they went for it. It was okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We know, who are you really feeding here, right? The fans.
Right. So
no, no.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
It was okay.
Like she's being twisted apart. I don't know if this chick was like a gymnast or something because she was able to contort her body in really fucking cool ways. So she's being twisted up and like broken in here. She's in clear agony. One of the things about this movie that's also so fucked up is that this woman does not deserve what she's getting. It's like, from all you can tell, she's not particularly a bad mother. She's not a douchebag. She cares about her fucking kids. She just got left. She's now a single mom.
Right.
And she's about to get possessed and go through some fucking awful shit. Right. Like, undeserved. But oh well.
Right.
So when that is read, all the lights go out, everyone's scared, and then mom starts creeping down the fucking halls and then just decides to make a fucking omelet.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
And I love she's describing like this memory of them being all happy, and she says like, oh, it was a perfect day and all I could think about was how I wanted to cut you all open and crawl inside your body. Oh shit.
Yeah, you hear that? You're running.
I'm out, mom. And so yeah, again, she starts contorting, falls to her knees. The cum needs to come out.
It needs to.
It's been established.
She was throwing a good amount of that.
What did we say about the devil's loads?
Yeah, you're right.
They're big.
Yeah.
So she throws up her cum, of course, which I think is, I don't know, signifies the leaving of innocence from the
of purity.
And you get the mom's basically last words, which is, don't let it take my babies.
Right.
From here on out.
They were out. They were on the floor.
Yeah. That's true. Damn, this movie is working on so many levels. Anyway, that happens. She throws up cum till she dies, basically.
Yeah.
They take her to bed, and it's just like, shit, all right, she's dead. They establish that they're kind of stuck in that floor. They can't get out. The elevator's fucked up.
Yep. The stairs are broken.
Like, demolished. Yeah. They're stuck. They want to find help, but they can't. And then, so the neighbors come in, and they all... I like how they set it up like the fucking Cuban is gonna maybe be the man who's gonna take charge. He's just like, hey,
the Cuban. I think he said like Honduran.
I don't know.
Every country's represented here.
Absolutely. Every race. And so he's just like, can I say a prayer? And she's just like, we're not really religious. And he's just like, yeah, but like, you don't mind. Like, let me fucking... It's this fucking male coming in here thinking he's gonna fucking fix everything with his prayers. Yeah. No, sir. Prayers don't work. Fucking mom wakes up. And the fly
lands in the eye,
and she blinks, and then her sister's like talking to the dead body, like being like, "I'm sorry, I was a fucking whore. You threw up the cum. That doesn't even make sense.
I didn't." Clearly,
she sits up, and then like they're like, she's out like a boiling fever, so they throw her in the tub to fucking offset the fucking fever, but no. The demon is unleashed, and I love how they made her look. Yeah. Fucking scary, dude.
In any angle, honestly.
Terrifying.
Yeah. She already looked like a scary ass fucking female, bro. Straight up. Not even gonna lie. Both of them have this weird fucking skinny, I don't know. It was weird. And then you see...
I was into it, but whatever.
I don't know what you like.
But yeah, one of my favorite fucking lines from this, whatever. She has her little spaz moment in the tub, and then the fingers, you see the fingers come out of the tub, and then she slowly like peeks out of the tub like a fucking, that's so scary.
Like the remake or the first one, right? Peeking from the bottom. Yep.
Little homage there. And then, like, the little girl's like, Mommy? And I just love it. She's like, Mommy's with the maggots now. It's just like, very scary.
Very terrifying. Scary.
Anyways, during the earthquake, a bunch of shit broke. So then she gets a hold of a big piece of mirror, and it's, like, really slowly and terrifyingly like inching her way towards her sister, and finally just stabs her in the fucking hand. The duct tape comes out, as they do in the Evil Dead movies, wraps it around, and then the scene I really like, because she like fucking goes into the dark hall. Here I am with a dark hall behind me.
Yeah.
And then she's in the dark hall where she's fucking talking to them, and then she starts basically doing the eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah.
And all that you see is the hand come out. So you just see the hand.
Right.
And it's like going, eeny, me, like, who am I going to kill first?
Right.
Super creepy, super scary.
Scary.
And then the fucking, the Puerto Rican comes.
The Chilean guy came into
he comes in. I'm sure he doesn't have favors, but whatever.
let himself in. I don't know what the movie's trying to say here.
Okay, Lee Cronin.
Oh my God.
So he comes in, he crosses the border, but America's not taking it. So we fucking
Yeah. They get him.
Yeah, so Ellie fucking just looks at him and is like, fuck you, climbs on top of him like a fucking chimpanzee or something and just bites his eyeball out.
Yeah.
And he's screaming like a bitch. So the guy that looked like he was going to be like the strong male who could maybe help them out fucking gets fucking maimed immediately and is screaming like a woman. And then there's two basically children. One of them's a little older teenager. The other one's like pretty young.
Yeah, like 7, 8 or some shit like that.
And she spits the eyeball into like the older one's mouth. He chokes to death. And then the other one gets like his fucking arm ripped off and thrown across the fucking hallway in a really awesome rampage that goes on. And then like the older guy comes out with the shotgun blaster. You think it's going to be okay, but
I got him.
It's not the case.
No mortal weapon can kill this creature.
He's not of this world. No mortal weapons can kill this creature.
I told you I got him.
Yeah.
Back to the mummy.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah. So whatever. Mom's stuck outside. They're trying to figure out how or where they're going to get out. Danny tells, what's her name? Beth? That he read this book. I fucked up. I read this book. There's some vinyls. Mom got possessed.
I was going to sample them for my new DJ set. No.
Yeah. So she starts listening to the last disc and kind of finds out what happened to these priests, which he's like, okay, so guess what? I fucked up.
Yeah.
We all started getting possessed. All of them. We called for backup. We called a bunch of priests. They were all getting possessed one by one. This shit spread like a fucking disease. It's like I had basically no choice. I had to start dismembering them, but the parts just started coming after me. Super creepiness. He's all like, I can hear them outside the door right now. They're like about to get me.
Right.
If you find this book, bury it. Like, you can't fucking destroy it. You're fucked. As this is going on, Ellie fucking heard the cat up in the ducts. She climbs up there. At this point, Bridget, they've already had a scuffle with the mom.
Right.
And she got a tattoo machined to the face. And then so she's checking out her scar in the mirror. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of black goo just starts coming out of her nose and her mouth and her eyes. And she's like, holy shit, like, what's happening?
Right.
All this is happening while Beth is listening to the vinyl. And then she is done listening, over, goes to the kitchen. And Bridget is just on top of the kitchen counter like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then you just hear the crunches.
Crunch.
Ugh. And she's just chomping into this wine glass, eating it. That she was doing it to kill the bugs in my tummy or whatever. And she's just like, I don't like when I have bugs in my tummy. Do you, Auntie Beth? But like, she's so creepy and possessed. Right. And then she goes after her with the cheese grater, of course.
Wasted opportunity, man. I was saying she could have flipped the grater a couple times and have different slices of skin. But just one was enough, I guess, for these people, man.
Yeah.
Wasted. I expected more.
Yeah. She gets cheese grated, but then fucking the little sister comes with the doll spear. Real tasteful impalement through the mouth. Very well done.
Yeah.
I liked it. They like wrap her up, throw her in the fucking room. I don't know how, but she comes back to life anyways. And then she starts stabbing the shit out of Danny.
Right.
But then Danny sets her on fire. But then Danny's basically dead too. So then Danny dies. Fucking Bridget's dead. So now it's just Beth and little Cassie, of course.
Right.
And then so they're like, all right, we need to get the fuck out of here. And then this is the part where, like, in the movie theater, I was like, oh, this is fucked up. Because they're, like, in the hallway. They're trying to get in the elevator. And then her brother and sister, one who is burnt and the other one looks all fucked up. And then the mom and the dead neighbors are all in the hall. And then, like, her brother and sister, who are fucking mangled and horrible looking, are, like, mocking her, the little girl.
Right.
And at that moment in the movie theater, I thought, like, that would be the worst thing ever. To imagine your own family not only possessed, but mutilated, teasing you, being like, we're going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, you're dead.
And you're going to hell.
Yeah, I mean, the demons know your weaknesses and they could prey on that. So that was actually really terrifying.
Yeah, very scary. But yeah, basically... And then, you know, it all ends up, they go to the garage and like, I think she gets the gun or something. She like, I think she starts blowing Beth away, like her limbs.
Oh, right.
And so she's in the hallway with all these other mutilated bodies. And then they get into the elevator, which is a little shining fucking homage or something.
Yeah.
It starts, the wires start fucking with them and it starts filling up with blood.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they get out of that.
It just opens, no? They just go down to the level and it opens.
I know. I'm just saying, like, why? Like, come on.
Yeah, they were going to electrocute.
Should have drowned. But they get down there and then guess what? All these bodies like merged.
Just like they were saying in the vinyl, piecing themselves together.
Yeah, so they all got together and it's like this spider-looking octopus. Just limbs and shit. Yeah. In comes the Woody.
Wood chipper.
The Woody.
The demolition wood chipper.
Yeah, no couches are going into this bad boy.
No.
Really cool. They threw the demon in the wood chipper. The movie, to me, I really liked it. I liked the tone. I liked all the family aspects to it. I thought all that shit was really fucked up. I could have used more gore, even though it has gore.
Yeah.
And especially that end scene with the wood chipper and all these mutilated body parts make this fucked up monster. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
And if you're not into gory shit, this movie might be too much for you. But you and me, we're fucking sick fucks. We didn't quite like reach our level of gore.
Well, this is the problem. The problem here too is that you do get a little bit of child murder. You get a little bit from the neighbor, right? You get a little bit of that. But typically you only get the one survivor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Typically. Now you get the kid with the aunt.
Mm-hmm.
I need one of them to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I expected.
Of course.
Like, this little girl is going to turn into a demon.
Yeah.
She's going to have to fucking kill the little girl.
Or she kills her and then that's how the demon, go ahead.
Yeah. Maybe.
But no, we didn't get that. Which really kind of let me down, to be honest. But then that's what sets up the intro of the movie.
Yeah, it all goes full circle because Jessica from the beginning lives in this apartment complex. Apparently did not hear the fucking massacre.
Yeah, the shotgun, the fucking all that shit.
A bunch of bodies got wood chipped.
There's some crazy Latin music coming on. What the fuck's going on up there?
What's awesome, what I thought about when they finally escaped the garage, her and the little girl, they escaped. They made it. I'm like, how are you going to explain this to the authorities? You essentially massacred a floor of people. Yeah. Who some of them were your family.
Earthquake.
They all kind of fucking fell into the chipper.
They fell in. It was on.
The elevator filled with blood.
It was the illegal with the landscape
The fucking
business.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, we found him.
A commie.
Yeah, we found him. He
Fucking
left it
Castro
on.
is still influencing this shit.
Cash.
I liked the movie. I really liked it. It was fun to go see it in the movie theater.
Yeah.
It was a very welcome addition to the Evil Dead family.
Yeah.
Like, it fits right in. It had just enough twists to make it its own thing.
Yeah.
I really, really liked the whole priest backstory. I wish I want to see that movie.
Yeah.
And so they said Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, who produced this movie, who made the originals, says that they're going to start bringing these out more often, that we're not going to have to wait another 10 years for another one of these.
Cool.
So I really hope that in one of these movies they do the priest movie, because that would seem that story to me was very interesting, that these 3 priests fucking go rogue and are trying to fuck with this stuff and then all meet gruesome deaths.
I think
Sign me the
I think
fuck
it was
up.
on TikTok or some shit. It might have been where they were saying that Ash's voice is caught in that vinyl
Yeah.
or something like that.
He's like one of the background.
So obviously that would fill that whole like other side to it, not only tipping the hat of saying, hey, it's a continuation of whatever the fuck that dude was going through with that shit, which would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm with it if they continue this fucking lake horror bitch.
Right.
Give me that. I'm down for some Crystal Lake shit. Why
I
not?
also still would fucking love a sequel to the remake. And in
True.
the unrated version, it keeps going where she's like walking down the road, a trucker picks her up.
Well, maybe that's where this crazy other bitch comes in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It doesn't
let's-
stop.
come on, let's
Necronomicon
keep
does
it-
not stop.
Let's keep it going.
No segregation.
Let's get tasteful.
All walks of life.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I really liked it. Fully recommend it. I would give it like a solid 7.8 or
I was
something.
about to say 7.5 is cool. You mentioned the all woman cast. Now I don't know, kind of put me in a different.
I didn't think about it. But now,
No.
I don't know how I feel.
Points
No, but even though it's not like
On the
preachy
note. Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. You know,
It's okay.
it's like something that I thought about afterwards. I was like, oh, this movie was essentially, once the men die, it's all females going through. Oh, except for Danny, of course.
I mean, you see, we're back to square
My
one.
bad.
you know?
Fuck. Sorry, Danny. I
Yeah,
do respect
we're
you
getting
and your
canceled with
truth. Yep. Our bad, Danny. Anyways, that was Evil Dead Rise for you. We really liked it. Bono liked it less than me. I really liked
It's
it.
okay. I still watched it. Still watched it a second time. It's still a good ride.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you for listening, guys. Keep coming back. Follow, subscribe on Spotify. You know, we need some more listens out there. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. You know, we're not posting as much as we used to, but you know, we're doing our goddamn best.
Yeah.
Bono has a fucking family. I have a very full-time job.
Yeah.
But we're doing our very best to keep this going. So, you know, give us a little support, and listen to all of the other shows on the network. We're brought to you by Salad Bites Media each and every episode, of course. Ozzy out there doing the Lord's work with Salinas Underground and producing all these shows, so thanks to him. And you got to say, Bono.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Sayonara, Sammy.
The Electro and Bono Movie Power